In this Blender tutorial, I will show you how to spin or rotate an object at different angles or varying angles. I've assumed you have some knowledge of working in Blender. Links to my other beginners tutorials can be found in my playlists. Okay, well, I've knocked together this simple fan, and what I want to do is I want to rotate the head here from sort of a pendulum action, left to right or right to left, and I also want to spin this propeller but also lock it to the body here. Now, one of the problems with doing any sort of rotation, especially when it moves, you need to think about where the origin is. So in this instance, because I want this to move on its z-axis, this has to be exactly in the middle, so the orange dot is your origin. And also, if I select the propeller, the origin has to be in line, otherwise it'll throw everything out. If anybody's struggling how to sort of reset origins, then let me know and I'll put a tutorial on YouTube. Okay, so with the origin set, because I want this one to sort of move from left to right or swing in the z-axis, I want to make the origin for this also the origin for the propeller. So what I do to bring another object identical or it's slap bang on the origin is I tend to hold down shift followed by S, and then I select cursor to selected. Now if I hold down shift A, next to empty, I'm going to select the arrows. So the body's going to move on the z-axis and the propeller or the fan is going to rotate on the y-axis. So if I just rotate this around so I can actually see the prop and select the propeller, hold down shift and select the empty, and then hold down shift and then P and select object. What I want to do is now select the propeller, so don't have the empty selected, and let's go into front view. So I'm going to open up the object properties tab here, and with this pointer at frame 1, all I'm going to do is just come over to the y-axis, and next to the little padlock there's a dot. It should say animate property. Select this. I'm going to come along to 250 and I'm going to type in 10,000. You can put what you want in there. Hit return and make sure that you select the animate properties box. So effectively you've got a couple of yellow dots. And now I've got a spin. I'm not the original one that you saw at the beginning, that was actually on a different it was on a linear spin, but I'm not going to go into that. This for this tutorial this will do. So that's fine. So we've got a sort of spinning object. Now if I go into 3 and say select this empty, and then I can press G, grab this, and if I wanted to I could just rotate it like this. And now if I play it, or if I select this, it doesn't matter, if I play this it will still spin on the y-axis. You could also still animate this now on the y-axis if you wanted to. Okay, right, let's put that back to the beginning. So I've got a propeller spinning, that's fine. Now I'm going to press 7 on my numbers pad to go to top view. Now if I select the prop again, hold down shift and select the body, and then select the empty, then press Ctrl P and select object. If I select the empty, what I'm going to do is rotate this and just line it up with this grid line here. So at frame 1, I'm going to just press I and select rotation. So I'm going to insert a rotation keyframe. And again, you'll see a little yellow dot. Now, if you place your pointer next to, say, something like 50, it will just slap straight to 50 frames. And then there's a little yellow, little white dot. Select this. This will automatically place keyframes on every movement you make. So I'm going to just press R and rotate this so that it's in line with the grid. And then left click, and I've got a keyframe. Go to 100, and with the empty still selected, I'm going to press R and I'm going to rotate it this way. Do the same at 150, rotate it this way. 200, rotate this way, and then we'll go to the end and rotate back this way. Make sure that this is selected. So I've now got my keyframes. So if I go into a better view, come all the way back to the beginning, I've got a spinning and rotating simple desk fan. And I'll just reiterate, this really does, you do have to have your origins in the right places. It won't work. If I'd have left this with the origin in its original place, which is somewhere down here, this would have moved in sort of an oscillating way. So make sure your origins are in line. So this Y line goes through the origin here, and it also goes through the origin on the fan. Like I say, if anyone's struggling setting up their origins, I will happily do a tutorial to show you how I do it. That's about it, really. Hopefully that's helped someone. Thank you for watching. Cheers.